Hello everybody, this is Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtle. I am testing the live streaming through OBS and we are going to see if this works. Hopefully somebody will come on to the live stream and I will be able to talk to you guys to see. So it's showing 0 views. It has excellent connection, and we will see if anyone comes into the chat. I will just type hello. Hi, Simply Debbie Sue. I am testing OBS, and this way I can do a live and show a screen. And so thank you for coming, because I just wanted to test this just to see if this thing would actually connect to YouTube. So can you hear me okay? And can you see me okay? This is all a test. So the one thing that I don't have here is the ability to work on my spreadsheet while I am looking at the chat. So I'm going to have to figure that part out. Well, this is wonderful. I just taught myself how to do this today in about an hour. I said I will teach myself how to use OBS and share my screen. So I'm going to, I've got my copy here. I am going to test a couple more things before I get off of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and minimize my OBS so that I can actually work on my spreadsheet screen. And let's see how that works. Let me see, I'm going to move my spreadsheet over and see. So now I've got OBS up behind my screen, so it's still full screen, so I can still see the, okay, I've got OBS up full. So what I do every month is I copy everything from my credit card usage. And I put the negative transactions here, and then any time that I pay on my credit card, I put the positive transactions here. So I put them in this column. So when I get to the bottom, I add up what I've spent on my credit card and how much I've paid on my credit card, and then on this spreadsheet I will show how much I've used and how much I've paid on it, so hopefully you'll see that my debt goes down. And so this month I have put a lot of money on my credit card. I have almost paid off my credit card, but I'm going to have some charges coming up in a week or so. However, I still have 2 paychecks left. I've got one Friday, and then I've got one next Thursday. And I'm hoping that they cover almost everything that I'm going to have left to charge this month. Meaning that I think I started the month with, let's say, $6,000 on my credit card. I want to end this month with about $1,000 on my credit card, and then maybe pay it off at the beginning of December. So that's $6,000 in about a month to pay off on my credit card. So that's not too bad. Then we start working on my line of credit. And now I've got 2 lines of credit, but we start working on that. So first I was going to knock out the credit card, and then I'm going to knock out the line of credit. And I mean, we're going to hammer on it so that in January of 2026, we are rocking and rolling. So I'm going to end this live. This was a test of OBS and sharing a screen. So I'm going to fix this better. And so for one of my Friday lives, I'll be able to do OBS and share my screen so that I can actually show you guys what I'm talking about. Or I could show you guys my talking points. Because a lot of times I'm looking over here and then looking back at the camera. And one of the things that I was taught earlier by Mrs. G was she said, go to YouTube Studio and ask YouTube Studio. There's an Ask Studio in there in AI. And you ask it to analyze your channel. And so I asked it, should I do a vertical live, which I would do on my phone. I have not figured out how to do a vertical live on OBS yet. But I'll do a vertical live on my phone, which is really good, it says, because I get a lot of subscribers via shorts. So it said that, yes, vertical lives are good for me. However, horizontal lives are so that I can go deeper with my audience, which is what I wanted to do. And so I did the horizontal lives, but I couldn't share my screen because I was horizontal live on my cell phone. So I needed to figure out a way to do a horizontal live and share my screen, especially my spreadsheet, because I have a lot of spreadsheets. You know, I have savings rate spreadsheets. I have net worth spreadsheets. I have a lot of different spreadsheets. Not that I could share all of them, but I can share more than what I've been sharing. So, and especially in a live. So if somebody asks me, why do you do this? Why do you do that? Well, because I can share, like, for example, I have one of my screens that's like a monthly spreadsheet, and it keeps track of all my spending for the month. It can show what percentage of my income went to debt and what percentage of my income went to expenses and what percentage. All of this stuff are in my spreadsheets, but I haven't been able to show them until now. So I want to thank Q at 60 Plus and Sophie, because she did a live stream through OBS. And I asked her, I said, can I share a screen and do a live stream through OBS? Well, I taught myself how to do it in a couple of hours today. So it was something. I had to watch a whole lot of YouTube videos and go step by step in doing this. But anyway, now we are going to have better live streams on Fridays. So thank you all. Oh, hi, Homebody Trish. This is only test. This is a test of me using OBS to live stream through YouTube so that I can share a screen during my live streams in the future on Fridays. So I'll either do a vertical live stream on my cell phone, which is really good for mobile users. That's what AI says. And I can do horizontal live streams when I want to share information. Let's just say I was sharing websites, right, for retirees, like the best countries to retire to, where you can really save money and retire to other countries. Those kinds of websites I can now show during a live stream while I'm talking to everyone. So again, this is just a test. I can't believe it worked, but it worked, so we're going to do this. I'm going to be able to share my spreadsheet. I could actually work here and show you guys work that I do. Like, for example, this I spent on my credit card on November 17th. So I would take this 15. This is just me preparing for my end of month items, so that I know how much I spent, but I would also take the date here, and it doesn't really matter what the date is, but that way I would know what day I spent that money on my credit card. And at the end, what I show you guys on my end of month updates is just the totals. So this month I expect to pay off at least $5,000 to $6,000 on my credit card and almost pay it off. I've had a really good month of teaching income, and I've had my best month ever of rental cash flow income. I don't know how many more times I'm going to have a good month like this, but I took every penny from my cash flow income and my teaching income, and I put it on my debt. So this month we're going to punch debt in the face. So I want to thank anybody that showed up for this test of live streaming through OBS. And we will come back on Friday, and I'll either do a vertical live stream, or if I feel confident, I may try this again. So thank you all so much. And hi, Tina. Thank you for coming to my test of OBS live stream, where I can share my screen and go live. So this is all new to me. I taught myself how to do this tonight. Thank you all so much. I don't know how to close this down, but I'm going to figure it out.